We're here at the Evian House for the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club Taverna night, an amazing fundraiser, and I'm here with Stav Parissos, the president and one of the stellar players of the club, Christy, who's actually here from Greece, but we'll speak to him shortly. First of all, Stav, congratulations. 8 years, I believe, you've served as president, and it's a credit to you. The club's thriving. We've been part of this since its humble beginnings, and I want you to tell us about the club, where it's been, where it is now, and where it's going.
Well, like you know, you were with us from the beginning. It was certainly from when I started serving as president, and I remember my last couple of years as a player for the club. You were around and supporting our club. Where have we come to? Well, we came from a club that was nearly finished, on the brink of extinction, to a club that is, we've established ourselves in the first division, multiple venues, 14 junior teams, over 150 junior players, over 50 senior players, and this Saturday we play in our first cup final since 2004.
It's amazing.
So yeah, it's a great fate that we've achieved, and hopefully we win it, and we achieved something amazing for our club.
It is indeed. Congratulations, because it's a credit to you. Obviously, being president, you delegate, they respect you, and things are positive and flourishing for the club. Where do you see the club going in the future?
Look, we just keep improving. That's our ambition, is to keep improving and keep networking with good people. We've got some big projects that are going to, they've started already. We're keeping them under wraps for now because we want to establish them and then put them out. We've got some amazing things happening with some of our contacts overseas, and hopefully we can give a stronger representation, not only for the Greek community, because our club has expanded. I won't say beyond that in a negative way, but definitely beyond that, because Australia's changed. But definitely with our Balkan neighbours. From Bulgaria right through Albania, North Macedonia, Serbia, Croatia, Romania, all across the Balkan region, and even Italy. We're doing a lot of work with players in Italy, and we've brought over a lot of players here.
Amazing. Yeah. Now, one of the players is here. It's Christy. Tell us about Christy Vangeli.
Well, Christy Vangeli
Καλώς ήρθατε.
Welcome. Thank you.
Πόσο καιρό είσαι εδώ?
I'm here about 10 days.
10 days only. So it's very welcome. All the best to you. Μας πει λίγα λόγια ο πρόεδρος.
Yeah, Christy. So I got in contact with Christy through his brother, who I'm very good friends with, and I had the opportunity to sit down and have a lunch with Christy last year in Volo, and we started some very good communication. We have some very good ideas, and our ideas are together. They match our plans for the future. Christy's a fairly famous player in Greece and in Albania. He's got shared parentage, where his father's Albanian, his mother's Greek. He's actually migrated to Greece at the age of 4 years old. Yeah, 4 years old, and he went through the academies of Aris. Played over 120 games for Aris under some big name coaches like Dusan Bajovic and Hector Cooper. He's played Champions League, Europa League. He's played 35 games for the national team of Albania. He's played against Ronaldo, Messi, Quaresma, Silva, Forlan. He's played against all those players. So he's a big coup, and I think for a local club, we've actually outdone most A-League clubs in recruiting Christy.
Indeed. Συγχαρητήρια πάρα πολλά και καλή συνέχεια με όλα αυτά. Okay, so what have been the highlights so far for Adelaide Olympic since your involvement?
Look,
what are some outstanding memories regarding the club?
There's been a lot. There's been a lot of memories, and even those that were not so good, we still draw a lot of positives out of them, because it's brought us to where we are today. And maybe without those experiences, we wouldn't be here, in this current scenario. So. Look, the most memorable ones are definitely, getting promoted to the first division. That was a very memorable night. But bringing, for me on a personal level, making the decision that having a greater involvement of women on our board was something that really turned things around for our club in terms of our broader appeal. We've had some very, very good, female servants on our club, on our board. So it's a very special thing because it's generally been a male-dominated scene. But the club's opened its doors to families and the renovation of Ferreton Park Reserve, where we have now meals there every Friday. The welcoming environment of free Wi-Fi and televisions and kitchens and everything. It's fantastic for the broader appeal of the club. And now to be, last year we played finals football for the first time, and now we've qualified for the cup final against Adelaide City.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Wonderful achievements. Wonderful. And tell us about the junior clubs now, because the junior actual teams, because there's a lot more now since a few years ago. It's just increased dramatically.
Yeah, we started with 1.5 junior teams. That was it. It was about 15 kids. Now we've 10 times that, but our quality has improved too. It's not just about quantity; our quality's improved too. Christy actually had a lot to do with the junior academy at his last club in Albania, Skender Balkorcha, and he developed the academy there, and he's going to play a very important role at our club, developing our academy at Olympic. So we're waiting on some pretty important news from Greece regarding that, and we just keep growing. Our teams have increased. And it's just really, really good to see Ferreton Park Reserve full of kids on a Wednesday and Friday night at junior training.
Amazing. Yeah. All right. Now, tell our viewers if they want to get involved with the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club of Adelaide, of South Australia, what should they do?
Google search us. Search us, Instagram, Facebook, send us a message. Come down to Ferreton Park Reserve. Come down to have a drink, have a coffee, have a meal. Bring your kids along for a come and try. It's free to come and try. It doesn't cost you anything. Come and see what we're about, and I'm sure you'll be very pleased. Especially if you've had experiences at other clubs, you'll come to our club and you'll be really, really pleased, without a doubt.
It's indeed a standout club, quite outstanding, and with outstanding people contributing. And I don't know if Christy wants to contribute anything to the conversation. Εσείς πώς περνάτε εδώ, τι είναι η εντύπωσή σας για το Adelaide Olympic Club?
Αυτό που έχω δει, ότι έχω δει πάρα πολλά θετικά πράγματα, ότι είναι μια ομάδα με πολύ μέλλον μπροστά και είναι μια οικογένεια, και αυτή η οικογένεια θα μεγαλώσει πιο πολύ και θα δείξει στο μέλλον ότι αξίζει αυτός ο σύλλογος να μεγαλώσει ακόμη πολύ και να βρίσκεται πολύ ψηλά και να μεγαλώσει και στις ακαδημίες και να έρθουν όλοι κοντά μας, γιατί σίγουρα αυτό που θα κάνουμε και το επόμενο διάστημα, το επόμενο χρόνια θα είναι κάτι πάρα πολύ καλό που δεν θα το έχουν ξαναδεί, ειδικά στην Αυστραλία, με ένα πρόγραμμα που θα είναι πρωτόγνωρο για ευρωπαϊκό πρόγραμμα, που σίγουρα όλοι οι γονείς θα χαίρονται να βλέπουν τα παιδιά τους να προχωρούν και να έχουν ένα λαμπρό μέλλον μπροστά τους.
What are your impressions of this night? I'll tell you mine before you tell me yours. I think it's amazing. It's fantastic. It's a full house. It's lovely. Beautiful atmosphere. And what's your perspective?
You know what I like to see? I see our old members here, people that were on the board of the club when I was playing. I see them. I see our new members here. I see everybody in between. I see kids. There's Serbs here. There's Croats here. There's Albanians here. Carl's Jamaican and he's here. There's English here. And they're enjoying our Greek culture at a club that is historically a Greek background club, but it's obviously these guys are part of the club's future. So I think it's fantastic.
I do too.
Yeah.
Well, Stav, Christy, I wish you continued success for the club and all the best for your personal and professional endeavours. All the very best.
Thank you. Thank you.
All the best. Thank you. I'm here with Zoe and Mary. Two people here supporting tonight's event. Now, Mary, I'll ask you first.
Oh, really?
What are your impressions of tonight?
I feel like I'm at a family wedding from 20 years ago. But it's a great night. Great people, good food, good company.
Excellent. Thank you for supporting the fundraiser. And what about you, Zoe?
Yeah, it's been a wonderful night. It's great to support Olympic, and we hope they do well in the finals.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you for your support. Enjoy the rest of the night. Thanks, girls. The players of Adelaide Olympic wear soccer boots, but Mary's wearing her Swarovski boots. Can you kick a ball? Can you kick goals with those boots?
I can kick a lot of goals with these boots, yes.
Well done. They're absolutely stunning.
Thank
So,
you.
well done. You can coach the girls' team.
Done.
Thank you.
Watch out, girls. Here I come.
I'm here with Aggie Simeone. Welcome to this Greek event.
It's wonderful.
Tell us about your involvement with the club and what brings you here to the fundraiser.
Well, about 8 years ago, I was asked to be part of the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club, mainly through the good work of Stavros Perissos, your president, and he asked me to give a hand. And I feel as though, even though I may not be Greek, but it's important that we all help each other.
Absolutely.
And obviously there was a reason that he asked me, and I like to help people, doesn't matter what nationalities they are. The fact is that being Greek or being Italian, we're very similar in many ways. So it was very easy to fit in, to do a lot of wonderful things that the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club does. And to come to a night like this and just see how the families come together, especially when the music is so loud, where they get together and they dance as one happy family, my heart goes out to them.
That's lovely. Thank you. Tell us, what exactly do you do for the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club? What is your contribution? I'm sure there's many aspects that you fulfill, but what is your main contribution to the club?
Well, my main contribution is that I am part of a board, so we obviously make a lot of board decisions, but I suppose if you want to break it down, I'm what you call the liaison officer, you know, where basically when something has to be done or there's a problem, I tend to come in and try to sort it out in the best possible way so that, everybody wins. I'm a good conduit between the club and the Football Federation. So obviously there's always a lot of things to do from that point of view. So I do get my hands dirty. Unfortunately, I don't get my hands dirty in the kitchen and in the bar, but at the same time, we all play our role. And obviously we're led by a wonderful president in Stavros.
Lovely. Thank you, Aggie, for your contribution to the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club. You're obviously an asset to the club, as everyone is, and it's wonderful. Thank you for your support tonight, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Darling, thank you very much. And I'll
welcome.
leave you with a beautiful kiss.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. I'm here with Nick Patsalivas at the Adelaide Olympic Fundraiser, Taverna night. Nick, tell us, what are your impressions about tonight? What brings you here?
Look, it's a great night so far. Good friends with the coach, George Sonis. Come here to support the club. So, yes, good night so far. Hopefully it's going to get better. Thank you.
Okay. Are you involved in any other way with the club? Like, do you help out?
Nah, look, apart from coming to the games when I can, that's about it. Support my friends, support the club. Hope to see them succeed next Saturday and for the rest of the year.
Excellent. Thank you, Nick. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you very much. You too, Barbara.
Thank you. All the best. I'm here with young Oliver, who is part of the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club. Tell us about your involvement. What team are you involved in, and what are your impressions of the club?
I am in under 8 and I have a lovely coach.
Yeah. What's your coach's name?
My dad, actually.
Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful. What's his name?
Ned.
Ned. Okay. Now, what do you like most, apart from the best coach to you, what else do you love about the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club?
It's a good environment and I love all of the people that play there.
Excellent. And what's your position in the team?
Everywhere, sometimes goalkeeper.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, we're proud to have spoken to you today. We wish you good luck with the team and continue your great work with Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club, and all the best for your father as well. Thank you for Ned Pollock's contribution to the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club as coach. Thank you.
See ya.
Enjoy the night.
Thank you.
I'm here with Mr. Ned Pollock, Technical Director of the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club. Tell us about your role and where you see the club going in the future.
So my role is all about improving or developing the style of play of football at our club. We have a strong strong work ethic. We have some really good skills within the club, but we'd like to see it taken to a level where not only do the kids like to play it, to love the game, but also to improve technically.
And where do you see the club going, say in 5 years? Where do you see the club?
So at the moment we've got a working group looking at improving football holistically across the club. Namely, we want to improve the player skills, we want to improve the level of coaching, we want to improve the level of football knowledge within the club. So within 5 years, we're hoping that we're going to be at a very good standard within South Australia, so that we can prepare our children, our players, our members to football, to what they want to desire, if they want to play top level here or if they want to go outside of Australia.
Excellent, that's wonderful. Now, tonight is a Greek-themed fundraiser with a Greek band and Greek food. What are your impressions of it? Because you're not of Greek background, so what are your impressions of it?
Oh, very nice. My son's very sweaty. He's been dancing all night. I was trying to pick up the steps there a little bit, but I didn't get enough time. But Greek culture is very similar to the Serbian background. The music I can relate to, the food I can relate to. I find it quite nice. It's very nice, very endearing.
That's lovely. Thank you, Ned, for your contribution. We hope you enjoy the rest of the night and be proud of your beautiful son, Oliver. Wishing him all the best, to go up the ranks with the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm here with the beautiful Rania, who is a board member, coach and events manager for the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club. Well, congratulations for an amazing event. Congratulations for amazing coaching, and because of you there's a lot of little girls that are joining the club and wanting to play soccer. So what's going on? Tell us about your contribution and experience to the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club.
Okay, I started off as a coach, so I joined in 2017 as an under-6 coach, and from then I became a board member, and my role is to look after the events, sales and marketing, and also the juniors. So as a result, we've seen an increase in support in the club in regards to events. So we've capitalised on the events, and we're doing more events than before. And we've seen an increase in little girls in soccer. My daughter plays, so she's in under-7s with me, and she started off when I was coaching under-6.
Fantastic. That's amazing. And that's something that I don't think other clubs can boast. So well done. That's amazing. Now, what's your vision for the club? What do you see? Where do you see the club being in 5 years' time, from your perspective?
Well, we're doing a lot to invest in the club in regards to promoting the juniors. So we feel that the juniors are our foundation for the club, and we want to create loyalty. So we want to see junior players coming in as under-5s and working their way up to become a first-team player. A lot of NPL clubs do buy their players, and we want to see the same philosophy through juniors into seniors. So we're working on that at the moment, and we've appointed junior directors and coaching directors and investing in them to implement that philosophy. And we're trying to promote Olympic as much as we can with awareness and investing in people like Aria, who looks after our social media, so she's looking after that, and creating a dynamic of demographic in the club. So as you can appreciate, Olympic's known to be a Greek club, but if you look at the demographic that we've got, there's a vast of nationalities. We've got a lot of Asians, we've got a lot of Africans coming through, and we want to support that. We want to be open-minded of welcoming those kind of demographic into the club.
And also that's a credit to you, because you yourself are not of Greek background.
No, I'm actually Lebanese, but I used to play professionally back in the heyday I think it was about 14, 15 years ago in NPL, and it was a very different type of soccer back then. So I've had to learn a lot and understand the soccer nowadays, and bring more awareness to it in schools and communities as well.
Fantastic. Your contribution is immense. Very great for the club, and we wish you continued success and stay with the club.
Yes, I'm very loyal to the club. Been there for nearly 3 years now, and I see myself long term. I see the potential Olympics got. We were in the semi-finals cup round this weekend with the first team, so it's been 15 years since we've been a part of a final, so it's exciting times ahead. You can see the club's growing. We've got more players now, we've got more engagement, and that's what we want.
Fantastic. Congratulations. Well done. And also, it's a fabulous night. So thank you, Rania.
Thanks for coming, Barbara.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. I'm with Andoni and Carl, two guys that are heavily involved with the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club. And we'll speak to Andoni first. Welcome to Hellenic Presence, and tell us about your involvement with the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club and what you see the future for the club. What do you see?
Sure. Look, I've been with the club for the last 3 years. I've watched the club grow. In the last 3 years, we have grown immensely. We are pushing a lot of the juniors through into the. We're looking at pushing juniors through into the senior soccer. I'm more involved with the board. We have our functions and so forth. We help out in the. I'll help out everywhere. I'll run around, help out in the bar. We'll help out in the cooking and so forth, in the kitchen, and just to help the success of the club. We've been pushing hard. We've introduced new, how would you call it, new ideas for the club. There's been a few new board members in the last 2 to 3 years, and we want to see the club succeed. We've got our cup finals next week against Adelaide City. So talking to some of the board members who've been there for a long time, I think they haven't got to a final in the last, is that 14 years, Carl?
The last final we got to was 2004, when myself, GT and Stav actually played in the grand final. So that's about 15 years.
It's amazing. Yeah. It's come a long way.
It's come a long way, and I think we've got the right mix there now in the board. Everyone's positive. We want to watch the club succeed. Like, we're very passionate. I've got a couple of boys that play in the club, hence one of the reasons I help. But even if the boys weren't there, I'd still commit my time to the club. We love Olympic. That's what we're there for. You see functions like today. We've pushed hard for this. We had 2 back-to-back functions. We had a quiz night last week. We had and we got the Taverna night this week. And the success, as you can see, we've got people everywhere. Yeah, so
all age groups, it's beautiful.
All age groups. Last week we had the quiz night. That was a success as well. We had about 200 people there last week. Another 220 tonight. So we've got a good support crew behind us. So yeah, it's been pretty good in the last 2-3 years. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you for that. I'll speak now to Carl. Tell us about your involvement.
All right, my involvement with the club at the current moment. I look after the reserves, 18s, 17s, 16s, 15s, 14s, with all the coaches.
Wow, that's very impressive, Carl.
So what we're actually trying to do now, rather than have our 18s being 18-year-olds and be one and done, we're trying to promote from within. So if we see a kid and they're 14, if they're good enough to play 18s, we'll let them play 18s. At the moment, the current squad, we've got 2 kids that's 14. We've got a few that's 18, and hopefully they can push on to the reserve. So we want to get away from having trials every year for the 18s. So as a club, we promote our youngsters, and hopefully that will tell parents on the outside, come to Olympic, because we give the youngsters a chance. Because a lot of the teams, what they do, the 18s are from trials. So it gets a bottleneck with the 16s and 17s. They've got nowhere to go. So last year we had the trials for the 18s, and we had 75 kids. That's too hard. So that, to your juniors, that doesn't tell them there's a chance for them to come up. Yeah. So what we're trying to do, we're going away from that. And at the moment it's working. Like this year we won't need trials for our 18s. Our reserves, we won't need trials. And if we want to boost up that team, we'll go out looking for players and offer them to come. So what that does, that makes Olympic a bit more elitist, rather than just coming out and just constantly revamping.
Excellent. Where do you see the club in 5 years?
5 years, hopefully we've won a championship by then. We'll be cup winners by next week. But I've been at this club since 2002 when I came over, and I've seen good times and I've seen bad times, and this is the best that I've seen the club. I mean, as Tony said, there's no hidden agendas. All the coaches speak to each other, committee members. If Tony came up to me, Carl, I think you should try this. I'm not that kind of person to say, oh, Tony, leave the coaching to me. I will take that advice, because at the end of the day, if you don't take advice, you're going to struggle because no one in the world knows everything.
Excellent. Well, thank you both for your amazing commitment and vision for the club, and we hope you can stay with the club for many, many, many years to come and keep it, because thanks to people like you and the other board members, it's thriving. It's at a point of being of growing and expanding, and it's at a peak level, and may it continue to fly.
I don't think we've hit peak yet. We've got a long way to go, but we're in the right direction, and we are going to hit the peak. And like Carl said, we will win a championship. We can see it coming.
Lovely,
Yeah.
lovely. All the best. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you.
I'm here with Arthur, Joshua and Daniel, all teammates, team members of the under-12s team of the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club. Now, Arthur, I'm going to ask you first. What do you like most about the soccer club, the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club?
I love playing soccer. I love they're a family. Yeah.
Lovely. And what's your position in the team?
Anywhere.
Anywhere. Well done. Okay, you've scored any goals?
Yeah.
Bravo. Excellent. Now, Joshua, what do you like most about the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club?
I like playing with my mates. I've got some great mates there, and I love all the crowd supporting me, scoring goals.
Excellent. Fantastic. What's your position on the team?
I sometimes play right mid, right back and right forward.
Fantastic. Now, Daniel, what's your favourite thing about the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club?
I just love making new friends there and working in a team.
Lovely. What's your position on the team?
I normally play right back or centre back.
Excellent. Fantastic. And we've got Michael Melandris, another very important member of the Adelaide Olympic Soccer Club. Tell us about your involvement and where you see the future. How do you see the future of the club?
Hi, Barbs. Look, I'm the junior football director, and look, our juniors are growing. We're looking after our juniors. These are 3 up-and-coming stars, and our junior base is growing. We've got 150 juniors at present, and we're looking at increasing that to at least 200 for 2020. So we've got a few exciting things happening to build the numbers. So we're looking forward to a great trial season coming in late September.
Excellent. Well, tonight's an amazing success, and it's great to see a lot of people here of non-Greek background. The club is extremely innovative, and it's all inclusive. Tell us where do you see sponsorship and how the club's going to grow?
Look, we have a very diverse group of supporters and members that are with our club. So we look at taking everyone, no matter what race they are. We give everyone an opportunity, no matter how good their ability is. So we're a club that likes to develop the kids, and it comes through, and the parents enjoy being there. When it comes to sponsorship, we've got a lot of sponsors that support the club in so many different ways, through donations, through giving their money, their support, volunteer base. It's huge. It's growing bigger and bigger, and we're just raising the bar each year and that. So we're looking forward to a big year in 2020.
Excellent. Well, good luck for the game on Saturday.
Yes, our senior team have made the Federation Cup FFA qualifying final at High State, or Cooper Stadium, I should say, against Adelaide City. So it's going to be a really tough game. Adelaide City, of course, are seasoned campaigners. They're a very experienced finals team. It's not going to be an easy game for our boys, but we think we've got the goods to take the chocolates on the day. So we wish all the boys the best of luck.
Excellent. It's a huge achievement to be there anyway in the first place. So they're winners anyway, just for making it that far.
Oh, absolutely. Look, they've played really well, and they're starting to hit some really good form. So look, we're pretty confident, but it's going to be a tough game right to the end.
Excellent. Well, congratulations, Michael. We're impressed. We've seen the club grow. We've been involved over the years since, a long time ago, and it's come a long way. So we wish you continued success. Thank you, boys. We'd like to see you as seniors in the club teams. So keep up the great work. Enjoy, have fun, and all the best.
The Olympic song?
The Olympic song? Do you know it?
Yeah.
Okay, we want to hear it. Turn around, face the camera.
I do not.
Come on, Joshua. I reckon you know.
I don't know.
Come on, I think I know. Does it go zig-a-zag?
Zig-a-zag.
Come on, oi, oi, oi. Daniel,
Zig-a-zag, zig-a-zag, oi, oi, oi. Zig-a, oi. Zig-a-zag.
Olympic! Come on, jump on.
Olympic, 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 Olympic.
Excellent. Well done. Well done. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Πες μου πως είναι αλήθεια αυτό που ζω. Πες μου θα τρελαθώ. Όλα είναι μια φωτιά με μια μαγιά. Είναι για πάντα εδώ. Τη ζωή μου ανατρέπεις, μη με ρωτάς, το βλέπεις. Πρώτη φορά χτυπάει έτσι η καρδιά. Με μαγεύει το κορμί σου, λύθη του παραδείσου. Νιώθω μαζί σου πως είναι ξανά. Πες μου πως είναι αλήθεια αυτό που ζω. Πες μου θα τρελαθώ. Έλα! Τη ζωή μου ανατρέπεις, μη με ρωτάς, το βλέπεις. Πρώτη φορά χτυπάει έτσι η καρδιά. Να με μαγεύει το κορμί σου, λύθη του παραδείσου. Νιώθω μαζί σου πως είναι ξανά. Τη ζωή μου ανατρέπεις, πρώτη φορά το βλέπεις. Πρώτη φορά χτυπάει έτσι η καρδιά. Να με μαγεύει το κορμί σου, λύθη του παραδείσου. Νιώθω μαζί σου πως είναι ξανά. Πες μου πως είναι αλήθεια αυτό που ζω. Πες μου θα τρελαθώ.
Σε κρίνω που δεν μ' αγαπάς. Η καρδιά είναι δικιά σου. Γι' αυτό φεύγω απ' τα όνειρά σου. Και καλή τύχη όπου κι αν πας. Γι' αυτό φεύγω απ' τα όνειρά σου. Και καλή τύχη όπου κι αν πας. Φύγαμε παιδιά! Έλα! Ελάτε για χορό!
Ελάτε να χορέψουμε, πάμε! Όπα! Άιντε!
Έτσι μπράβο! Δεν σε κρίνω που δεν μ' αγαπάς. Η καρδιά είναι δικιά συγχωρούσα μέχρι στιγμή μαζί Τώρα γυρνά παντού και με γνάζει λέει πως ήμουν ένοχος εγώ Πες ό,τι θες, καρδιά μου δεν πειράζει Ούτε καμιά φορά σε συγχωρώ Γιατί τη νύχτα πάντα πρέπει να Γιατί μέσα